What's good, YouTube? It's jazzlovesmma here, and I'm going to be talking about. I know I made a lot of video about this, but I'm going to be talking about the UFC matchmaking and what's going on with it. Why is it so iffy lately, and why has it been so weird? I'm going to be breaking down some fight news as well. That's the main reason of this video. It gave me more of a reason to make this. I was originally going to be talking about the Brendan Allen, Edmund Shabazian, and Tom Nolan fight that got made. This one's a load. Because it is happening this weekend. But this fight news that literally dropped this morning gave me a reason to. Ankalaev will be fighting Rountree in the main event of Abu Dhabi, July 25th. In reality, this isn't bad matchmaking. I know I said and I know it says in my thumbnail the matchmaking's awful or whatever I said. But it honestly isn't that bad. Khalil's just so privileged, man. He's like, why is he getting in there and fight up? Why is he fighting up in the ranks, man? No? He fought Yuri, he lost. Now he's fighting the number one contender. He's fighting someone higher ranked than Yuri for no reason. It just makes zero sense to me. But this fight obviously was in the works probably before Ober versus Yuri. I would have preferred maybe Costa versus Ankalaev, Paulo Costa versus Ankalaev. Other than that, there really isn't anyone. Khalil could have fought Dominic Reyes versus Khalil Rountree. And then Paulo Costa versus Ankalaev, I think, would have been the matchmaking to have made. But obviously, this fight was in the works. And just like another fight that was probably in the works for a while, which I know I see a whole bunch of people being mad about. Umar Nurmagomedov versus David Martinez. Now, this is the real talking point of the day and of what's been talking about. Like, out of all these fights that have been announced. Umar Nurmagomedov is like ranked number 2 or something like that. And David Martinez is ranked like number 8 to like 12. And like, why is Umar getting such a step down? I saw some other people say, oh, of course he's getting some ranks so low. That's because this fight was obviously in the works like a while ago. I think Umar had posted something like saying he was ready for camp. Same with Ankalaev. Like, he was posting to him. I mean, when I made my video about it, he had posted a little bit before UFC 327 that he was going to fight in July. Most people thought it was because he was going to fight Robert Whitaker, who was also fighting in July, I think, against Krylov, which we just found out. So obviously this had been in the works for a while. Clearly this had been too. And it's weird matchmaking because he's fighting so low in the ranks. But Umar wants to be active, which I respect. I like this from Umar. He wants to be active. He wants to rack up wins, which he hasn't been able to do in his run. He didn't get a lot of ranked wins when he initially got his title shot. He only had Corey, and then Ronnie Barcelos was a good win, and it's aged very well. But now he has, since fighting Merab, he beat Batista, great win. Figgy, name value wise, Figgy is a good win, but the performance and the version of Figgy he got wasn't the best. And then if he beats David Martinez, that's a good 3-fight win streak that will earn him a title shot. He had a close fight with Merab. But you don't just beat Batista and get a title shot. You don't just beat old Watch Figgy and get a title shot like Corey, who, in my opinion, didn't really honestly deserve it. And yeah, I think I have a tweet here from a good old friend of the channel, Martin Tibera fan. I don't see why so many people are unhappy with this booking. Who's Umar supposed to face? That's exactly what I was going to get into. Supposed to face is instead, Sung Yadong has literally just fought. Zahabi or Mali both booked. It's either this or Talbot. And honestly, Talbot could have been a bigger fight. But David Martinez makes sense because Martinez is ranked higher. And he's already fought Corey. He's already fought Batista. Who else is he supposed to fight? There's no one else for him. He clearly wants to stay active, so O'Malley doesn't get like a jump up over him from like, oh, well, Umar's been inactive, so O'Malley gets a jump now. He's trying to stay active. He's trying to get wins. And I respect it. Shout out Martin Tibera fan, follow him on Twitter. Where is this? It's here. And Sung Yadong just fought pure like, oh, why isn't he fighting Sung Yadong? Because this fight had clearly, I don't think people understand how like fights get made. This has clearly been in the works for a while. And I think he wants to get a fight booked. Honestly, it makes sense. is a huge step up for David Martinez. He is very flawed. He does seem to slow down. He does have heavy hands, so I think that's going to give Umar some maybe issues. But if Umar is able to fling some kicks, stay out of range, out grapple Martinez, honestly, I think Umar is an easy Umar decision. He'll keep him active, which I've said a couple times now. But it tries to keep him on the same timeline as Morales versus Petr which he's obviously waiting for the winner of. And if he beats David Martinez, I think he 100% earns a title shot that way, rather than just being on a week 2 fight win streak. A 3 fight win streak with 2 great contenders. That's pretty good. I low-key look like the white, nice version of David Martinez. Anyway, what else is there to talk about? A fight that's happening this week. Or should I just move on? Let's move on to another fight that got announced. Steve Erceg versus Ramazan Temurov. Why? This is another case of privilege. Like, why is Khalil getting Ankalaev? What has he done? And was Strickland right about the Cole stuff? Let's see. I need to bring this up too. Fuck Erceg versus Temurov. Khalil was on a. I saw someone tweet this. Khalil was on a fight before fighting Pereira. One was a robbery against Jacoby, and then his only ranked win at the time was Anthony Smith. Then after that, he had a 1-year hiatus because he popped when he was supposed to fight Jamal Hill. Then he just gets a title shot. Then he gets Jamal Hill after that, I think. Then he gets Yuri, and now he's getting Ankalaev. Like, why is he continuously fighting him when he doesn't need to? He could have fought Dominic Reyes. I think that would have been a perfect fight. Dominic literally took 0 damage. Anyway, back to this fight. Steve versus Ramazan Temurov. It's another case of privilege. Ramazan popped. He beat Charles Johnson by split decision. But it was a very close fight. It might have been unanimous, but it was a very close competitive fight. And then he popped for it. And now he's back. And he gets Steve Erceg. What is this matchmaking? It's like a tailor-made matchup for Ramazan Temurov too. And it's going to be in Abu Dhabi. If I'm being honest, if this goes the distance, they might just give it to Ramazan Temurov even if Erceg wins, because it's going to be a close competitive fight. If Erceg has improved his defense on how he deals with pressure and big shots, big overhands, that's how Moreno's beating him, Kai Kara-France chin him that way, then he could probably win this, because he is a very clean boxer and stuff. But if he can't, he might just get bombed by Temurov or lose a decision where he gets out-damaged, like the Moreno fight. It sucks to see. Good to see Erceg active, but this is not favorable matchup making, and this is just random privilege for a fucking drug cheat in the sport. Popped, and he's not even ranked anymore. He got ranked off Charles Johnson. He got kicked out of the rankings because he popped. Now he's back with this. It just makes no sense. For a more fight that's going to be on topic of this week. This is old news. I covered this when it got posted. Edmund Shabazian versus Brendan Allen. It just makes no sense why this is the fight that's happening. Just makes 0 sense. Why is Edmund Shabazian getting unranked after not even a good 3-fight win streak? Decision Petrosky, trained Andre Muniz in the last 10 seconds, and beat Dylan Budka, some of the worst fighters ever. Some of the worst. Those 3 wins are probably some of the worst fighters in the organization, and he's getting ranked number 4. Brendan Allen was on a good win streak, more of a victory, but then he beat RDR, which is a good win. Just doesn't make sense. I can understand like Allen if he was like fighting down in the ranks, but he's fighting literally someone completely unranked, and or he's ranked number 6, but then some fights happen and then he got ranked up, I believe. It just makes no sense. Until you look who manages both. Shout out to Vampiric Legs, great YouTube channel. Follow him on Twitter. As you can see here. The Mutual. Wow, look who's that? Who's that right there? Who's this headed man? I wonder who's the manager of both these guys. Probably would have to do some of this. That's because the fact that Edmund Shabazian is getting number ranked 5 middleweight this weekend off this win streak is egregious. Dana White, oh well, that's perfect. The fact he didn't finish Andre Petroski is actually embarrassing. Yeah, I wonder why. It's not Dana White privilege. It's definitely more than that. It's because of who manages them. Just it's just awful. And then the complete opposite of Dana White privilege that we've seen here, that we're seeing here, arguably that you're seeing here. Dude, Shabazian's fucking balls in there. Jeez. Tom Nolan versus Farizian. Farizian actually had gone booked against Moicano, but he said no because of Ramadan. So then they said, fuck you, you're getting unranked Tom Nolan. And he is on Farizian's on a crazy win streak. I don't have it on me right now. But he's on a crazy streak. And it's like he could have gone anyone better. Could have fought Gamrot maybe. He could have gone physique. He could have gone the physique fight, but I guess they want manual tours for that. Interesting stuff though. Tom Nolan really shouldn't have gone a ranked opponent. He beat Slava Claus and he beat short notice Charlie Campbell. And you know, those are just names that get you a ranked opponent. Farizian had Mike Davis, Matt Favola, and Sadikov to get his ranked. To even just get ranked. He didn't even get a ranked opponent, he just got ranking. And yeah. So tough spot for Fares. Just weird matchmaking for him. But he was supposed to get Moicano, and then you know, once you say no, it's kinda hard for the UFC to want to give you a favorable matchup. But let's see this win streak. That's what I've been looking at. Michael Figlek, off a win. Jai Herbert, decent win. Claudio Puelles, split decision. Not the best look. Chinned Matt Favola after kind of dominating him. Had a very fun, tough scrap with Mike Davis, and then was able to fucking knock out Sadikov in the last second of round 2. Pretty good win streak. He did get subbed by McKinney, but after that, now he's on a good win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-fight win streak. A good win streak. Good weight, like 3 good wins, I guess. Not looking, it's not the best, but he should have gone someone like actually ranked. Instead of being slapped in the, he should have fought. I think him versus Disease is like a better matchup for Azerbaijan than Manuel Torres. Whatever. Tom Nolan, they fight this weekend. I'll be dropping my predictions for these fights. Not tomorrow. Maybe I'll drop them tomorrow instead of Wednesday. What is this last fight here? Islam Dulutov returns after like a year or two of not fighting. Wellington Turman. This dude looks like he has a disease. He literally comes. He's probably a worse opponent than Amr Fugat for Islam Dulutov. Literally comes back in this fighting a nobody. Great stuff. Again, just weird matchmaking, but he's a prospect. So, but dude, even Galtier, I don't even think I got this treatment. Or Suzerkaev. So, it's weird stuff. And then someone here said, which was another reason I was going to make this video, I was originally going to have it be about these 2 fights, and then I was going to bring up, have the UFC completely forgotten Peyton Taub exists? The UFC has such a big issue with like booking their stars and their prospects, it seems. It feels like it's not the prospects that are getting fights, it's the UFC shelving them for no reason and just keeping them until they find a good matchup for them, instead of actually just letting these prospects rack up wins while they're in their prime. And yeah, I don't know who Peyton fights next. Maybe Cheeto. Jourdain said he had a fight in the top 10 next. Maybe he's fighting Cheeto. Is Cheeto even top 10? No clue. Maybe Jourdain's fighting Talbot. Who knows what's going on? The UFC matchmaking can be all over the place sometimes. But overall, this weekend has some pretty bad matchmaking with these 2 fights. But these 2 fights aren't bad matchmaking. This one is pretty egregious though. Tamarov is a clear drug cheat, and he shouldn't even be fighting in a sport. And yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, What do you guys think of these matchmaking? Who do you have in these fights? I didn't really say who I had in these fights. Some of these I kind of have to think about more. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, jazzlovesmma. If you want some fitness clothes, use promo code jazzlo7 on Dime Fitness. I keep forgetting to put the promo code actually in my description below. I should be able to have done it. I should have done it this video. If not, apologies. If you want some clothes, if you want to check out the website, go on there, dimefitness.com, and use my promo code if you do end up buying something. And yeah, predictions will drop either tomorrow or Wednesday, and I have a tier list planned for one of those 2 days too. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.